Hello and welcome to my Euro 2024 predictions video. This is going to be spoiler alert for all of the Euros because these are going to be correct. You're going to see the dark horses, you're going to see the top goal scorers, you're going to see where everything happens in this competition. So if you don't want any spoilers, just kick off because these are just going to be correct, aren't they? If you like this video, hit the like button, subscribe. I'll be doing more football content. So without further ado, let's go. So, Group A, we have Germany, Scotland, Hungary and Switzerland with a couple of dark horses. Well, Germany are the hosts. They've got the best squad, they've got the best manager in this group. And not just the best manager of the group, I think the best of the whole competition. And for me, they have to top the group. Next, I actually think Hungary will finish second. They are a potential dark horse. They always impress at these tournaments. But they don't go far because their groups are usually very tough, especially at the last Euros. They nearly got out the biggest group of death I've ever seen, yet they still, with a team with mostly just not many good players. I mean, I know Szoboszlai and Salah are good. I'll put Scotland third. They had a good qualification campaign, and Switzerland fourth. It's a toss-up between them. I've gone for Scotland over the fact that they've got a better qualification campaign. But it could go either way. Switzerland were a bit dodgy in qualifying, didn't top their group, which was quite manageable in qualifying. So Group B, we have got Spain, Croatia, Italy and Albania. Yeah, I'm not half Albanian, but here we go. This is just going to be an absolute slaughter of Albania. I mean, yes, they've got a couple of good players, but they're either not playing or are not in form, or both. AKA Armando Broja. They just don't have a chance. If they're in other groups, they could have had a fighting chance to finish in a third place spot at least, but they definitely don't have a chance in this group. For me, Spain again, they have a very balanced team. They just lack a bit of firepower up front, but I think they've got a really good team. They could really play some ball. Just not quite got that world-class star in the team, but a very good, very balanced team. I think Italy will be second. Obviously, the holders of this competition, they're not the same Italy team, but they still have some ballers in that team. I do feel like Scamacca could impress, but he could also be an absolute flop. And I, at the moment, do not know what version of him is going to come up. And, well, Croatia third. I can't see them finishing at the top two. I know we say it's every tournament, but it's an aging Croatia team. I don't think they're going to put up the same numbers and ability in previous tournaments. Yes, they'll fight or be togetherness, and they could even get a draw against Italy or Spain, but I just can't see them progressing into the knockout stages in the top two position at least. So Group C, it is Slovenia, Denmark, Serbia and England. My boys, we're gonna come home with a trophy. Maybe. Stick around. Well, England have the best squad. They've got everything for them going into this tournament, apart from Southgate, but I can't see any teams causing problems. Now, this is going to be a wild shot, because this doesn't make much sense for ability on the pitch. But I'm going to Slovenia. They have I feel like they're just going to be a bit of a surprise in this competition. Everyone's going to write them off, but they're going to make the last 16. They have, obviously, a world-class goalkeeper. They've got one of the most promising strikers on the planet in Benjamin Sesko, who's linked with some big, big clubs. He will want to impress. I just feel like they'll hold their own. They'll work hard. They'll grind out a couple big wins. I reckon they'll beat Denmark, and they'll get either a point or a win against Serbia. I reckon that they'll go through to the knockout stages, meaning I'm putting Serbia third and Denmark fourth. Denmark, weirdly, the only team in this group to win this competition. But I just feel like they're just going to flop. Everyone thinks they'll probably finish second. But I just feel like the team, a lot of the players in that team will not have the same togetherness as they did in the last Euros. The only reason Denmark had a really good tournament last year is because they had an external motivation to qualify out of the group, so they're playing more than even their hearts could play for. I can't see them having the same tournament. It's going to be a disaster for Denmark, just like the World Cup was. It's going to be another poor showing at the international tournament. So Group D, we have got the Netherlands, Austria, France and Poland. This, for me, is going to be the most obvious group in the tournament based on quality. So I'm just going to go for it straight away without much explanation. France top, Netherlands second, Austria third and Poland fourth. I can't see Poland doing anything in this tournament. I know their squads are quite similar, Austria and Poland, but they scraped through qualifying. They only got through Wales with penalties. I'm not the most impressed with this Polish squad. And at tournaments, they absolutely flop. And I have no faith in Poland doing anything at this tournament. France, favourites for the tournament, they have to be. Got the best international manager, I would say. And they've obviously got the best squad in the competition. So they're going to be tough to beat at this tournament. They're the team to beat for this tournament. Obviously, Mbappe just going to Real Madrid, that's huge. The Netherlands have a good team. You look at that Netherlands team, okay, they're weak in goal, but they are great at the back, and they've got a solid midfield. But then you also look up front, there's barely a lot of firepower there. So even if they have a chance against France, they're going to lack the firepower. France could even nick it. I can't see the group being anything else but the most obvious option here. Group E, it is Belgium, Slovakia, Romania and Ukraine. My dad's Romanian, so I'm hoping they'll do well. And you're going to think I'm potentially incredibly biased about what I'm going to say here. But Romania are one of two teams that are beaten in the qualifying campaign. They're built off a solid defence. They don't score a lot of goals, but they have the ability to frustrate teams and grind results. They could also be a team who completely flop because they have no one playing in the top league other than Dragutin and Moldavian, I should say, who is their goalkeeper, but he might not even play because he's gone to Atletico Madrid and sat on the bench. So it could be him, could be Ratti, that's not his name, I can't remember his name now, but the other, he might not even play. So there isn't a lot that is well known about the Romanian team, which I think will play into their advantage. I think they've got a lot of confidence going into this tournament, and they're going to surprise everyone and top the group. And I think Ukraine will be second. This is outlandish, I know. They only just about got through past Iceland. But, as they have external motives, I talked about this with Denmark at the last tournament. They have an external motive. They want to fight for their people more than ever. And we've seen this before. Was it Syria who won the 2006 Asian Cup? They had lots of violence going on in the country, and that was an external factor to win. I reckon it's going to be huge for Ukraine, and they will have a bit of a boost. I could even put them top, but I don't think they'll quite have enough in them to top it. Belgium are just going to be disappointing. They are the end of the golden generation. It's still a decent team. There's a couple of young players coming through, but De Bruyne is going to be a shadow himself. Courtois isn't even in the squad, which is going to be a problem. Belgium are going to be the team who flop the most at this tournament. I actually don't think they'll get a win. I think they'll draw with Ukraine and they'll draw with Slovakia and lose to Romania. I think they're going to struggle and they're going to be the worst third place team in the tournament. They're not even going to qualify out of the next round. This is going to be poor from them. Oh, and Slovakia have one of the worst squads at the tournament, and I never do anything at a tournament, and they won't do anything here. They'll probably get smashed by someone embarrassingly, probably Ukraine. Group F, Turkey, Georgia, Portugal, Czechia. I love the A's at the end of these names. Turkey, Georgia, Czechia. Oh, don't keep that in. Obviously, Portugal are top in this group. I think they're one of the favourites for the tournament. They've got a balanced team. They've got a young team. I reckon João Neves, he's going to be on player of the tournament. He's going to be the guy to watch out for in that Portugal midfield. And the experience of Ronaldo, I know that he might not have the same impact as he would have had in previous tournaments, but he is still an absolute winning machine. You cannot discount Portugal from this competition. Now, when I first did these predictions, I put Georgia second. But the more I think about it, the more I'm thinking, don't be so stupid. They do not have enough in them to finish second. I am going to go for Turkey. Bit obvious maybe, but they have the best squad out of this group other than Portugal. Yes, last competition was a poor one, but with the talisman of Hakan Çalhanoğlu, probably butchered his name. I reckon they'll qualify as second place. And I reckon it will be goal difference between Czechia and Turkey, but they'll finish third. And with Georgia, it'll be like North Macedonia last year. They'll fight, they won't look awful, they'll score 1 or 2 goals, but they just won't have enough to win any of the games and lose and finish rock bottom. Sorry, Georgia. Now I'm going to do all the third place qualifying teams in order of who I think will have the most points. I think Czechia will have the most. Oh, do I think they'll have this most? Yes, I'll put Turkey. No, not Turkey. Flipping hell, man. I'll put Czechia. I'm going to go for Scotland. No, Serbia will be ahead of Scotland. I don't know. Croatia or... I think Croatia have a better goal difference. And then it will be Austria and Belgium. I've said it before, they're not going to win a game. And of course, the Telegraph are going to tell me, get a damn trial. But screw you, Telegraph, that ain't happening. Alright, sorry that you've got this yellow mark to the side of me right now, because the Telegraph want me to get a free trial. I can't be bothered, I don't want to forget my card details, so I'm just going to leave it how it is. But anyway, enough diversion, let's go into this knockout stage. Germany versus Slovenia, pretty self-explanatory. Germany are going through, if it will let me flipping click on the button. So I've had to transfer to Paddy Power because I couldn't get it to work on the Telegraph, because I think I had to go for the trial. I just didn't want to do it. So it's Paddy Power. It's actually a better layout for you because you can actually see what comes up ahead. And I've made sure the fixtures are the same and all the predictions from before are the same, so we don't have to worry about that. Anyway, I said that Germany beat Slovenia because that's pretty damn obvious. Spain versus Scotland. This was in the qualifiers, but I can't see Spain not winning this time. They just have that squad which will just help them throughout this tournament, which is just balanced. I can't see Scotland going through. They don't have the quality that Spain do, and yes, Scotland were able to cause some troubles in the qualifiers in a competition. They know their best team, they know the way to play. This will be the time where Scotland will not catch Spain out this time. There's no chance it's going to happen. Sorry you Scots, but it's not happening. Next we've got Portugal versus Serbia. Portugal win, who have again had a favourable draw. Netherlands versus Ukraine. We're going to witness a surprise there. It's going to be Ukraine. It's the same thing as what I've said before. They're going to fight for their lives and they're going to get a win. That's going to be surprising. Romania versus Croatia. On paper it's Croatia, but I'm going to back Romania. I just have that sixth sense as well. I think other people have had it, but they're thinking Romania, Romania, Romania. They're going to surprise people. Croatia are going to see that. They're going to see an organised Romania team be able to tactically outplay Croatia, and it'll be someone like Hagi or Florian Koeman who will get a goal for Romania, knocking the Croatians out. It's going to be 1-0 Romania. France versus Turkey, France obviously, I don't even need to elaborate. England versus Czechia, England again, pretty self-explanatory. Hungary versus Italy, another shock here, I'm going Hungary. Hungary are underrated. They could beat anyone, but if the other team are not quite convincing, even at this point, but they're going to get out fought by this Hungarian team. Alright, future Daniel here. My camera was flickering for the entire quarter-final, semi-final and final prediction, so I am just going to tell you what happens here. The first quarter-final is between Spain and Germany. I put Germany through. They have a similar balanced squad. I think it's going to penalties, and Germany are going to use host advantage to win that penalty shootout. The next one is Portugal versus Ukraine, and I think Portugal are going to show their class and be able to knock out Ukraine from the Euros. Ukraine, as I said before, they're going to show heart in this competition, but Portugal are just going to outplay them. It's not even going to be close. Romania versus France, I went with France. Obviously, I've put Romania quite far, a lot more further than other people would have done, but France, again, they have the quality. Romania won't be able to deal with France's quality, unfortunately for me. England versus Hungary, this is where I have shocked you here. I have put Hungary to win the game. And I've said that England are going to have a massive stumbling block against a team they really should be beating, like Hungary. And Hungary are going to know how to beat them. They've done it in the Nations League, and they are going to surprise us. I hope I'm wrong, but I just feel like we're somehow going to lose to Hungary in this competition. Now, with the semi-finals, we have Germany versus Portugal. I have said Portugal are through, and I think I've said it's because of Ronaldo, but not because of what he's going to do on the pitch. It's going to be what he's going to be galvanised from the team off the pitch, which is going to be massive for Portugal, and he's going to really help the young players thrive at this tournament. France, I'll say we get their revenge against Portugal. They are a bogey team. They will surprise France. Roberto Martinez is going to make this team to play to their strengths. And that is going to be why I think Portugal win this tournament. I think the way that he plays suits the Portugal team to a T. And I feel like it's going to be someone like Bruno Fernandes getting the winning goal and a 1-0 win in the final. Oh, I would love if Bruno scores the winner. But yeah, that's my predictions video down below. Put your predictions. Now I'm going to be talking about who I think will be top goal scorer, top player, best young player. You already know my best young player of the tournament is going to be João Neves, in my opinion, for Portugal. They won the tournament on my predictions. I think he'll be key for them. For the top goal scorer, bit boring here, but I'm going to go for Kylian Mbappe. I'm also going to go for a bit of a wild card here. I could see someone like a Sesko or an Unai being up there because they score a lot of goals in the group stages. I think Unai might even score a hat-trick against Georgia. So you're going to see some weird player up there. There always is one weird person up there who should not be on there in terms of how good they are, but they managed to have an absolute blinder at the tournament. I think that the player of the tournament is going to be Florian Wirtz. He won't be top goal scorer, but he'll be up there for assists. He's going to be key and integral in every single German game and will carry the team. I guarantee you he's going to have an absolutely incredible tournament. But anyway, sorry for this vlog end to the video. I don't want to risk my camera flickering again, so I'm using my phone for this. If you enjoy it, hit the like button. There'll be more football videos coming out and more Euro videos. I've got some good ideas for them. So if you have any others as well, put them in the comments below. I am welcome for any ideas that you might have. And also give me advice on what you want me to change on this video in terms of the quality of the video. Obviously, there's technical issues, which I'll make sure I sort for the next episode. But I'll also want to hear your own input as you're watching these videos, so I want you guys to enjoy them. Anyway, thanks for watching this video, and I'll see you a lot later, hopefully.